Work is the mental life on Earth. Only during sleep does a person acquire new energies. Eating is the process in which energies are set into action, while work is the use of energies already acquired. During the day we only gather material, and at night we process it. Therefore, what you have gathered in your mind and in your body during the day, at night you will process. The light that nature has given you, you will use. Sleep is a good, wonderful state. Everything you have gained, in sleep you will process and store, and the next day you are ready again for work. Reason determines the boundaries of human freedom. Where there is no reason, there are no boundaries to freedom. Many souls will interfere with your freedom and limit you. We modern people think we are free. But we are not free in our scientific views, nor in our moral views, nor in our social views. Nowhere are we free. There is only one place where we are free, when we sleep. Only in sleep are we free. When we fall asleep, we forget all worries and troubles. In sleep, it makes no difference whether you are Bulgarian, English, or of any other nation. But when you wake, the limitations immediately return. A day will come when a person will be able to live without sleep. Sleep is rest only for those upon whom intelligent beings work. In this way their consciousness will be uplifted. To attain a higher consciousness, a person must acquire balance between the mind and the heart. Once this balance is achieved, the processes in the organism will function properly. Sleep has been imposed on humans because of the violation of divine laws. Sleep and death were not originally foreseen. There are some basic principles which everyone must study. Things must be studied constantly. Things must be repeated in order to be reinforced. Walking must be continually maintained, because walking is an unstable process. At the slightest loss of balance, you may fall. Another unstable process is speaking. If you are not careful, you may say something and bring about great misfortune. Sleeping too is an unstable process. You may toss in such a way that you suffocate. If you do not know how to arrange your blanket, you may suffocate or have tormenting dreams. You must learn how to sleep. With this, a person must free themselves from certain preconceived notions. There are many preconceived ideas. You think something is true when it is not. There are social and scientific prejudices. You think something is what it is not. Sometimes you think you know a lot. You may think you know yourself well, but there must be a common measure. The influence of music on the brain and heart can explain the process in the human organism that people call sleep. The heart beats rhythmically. When its pulse becomes monotonous, then the brain cells begin to shorten their steps, and a person falls asleep. When the cells have rested, the pulse again becomes varied, and the person awakens. Through music, one can regulate the pulse. A rhythmically sung song balances the pulse of the heart. For the one who knows when to sleep, how long to sleep, and how to sleep, sleep is a blessing. If a person cannot follow certain rules regarding sleep, they will sleep without truly benefiting from it. As long as the pyramidal cells are not tired and their steps are active, a person thinks and works. When they tire, their steps shorten, and the person feels exhausted and incapable of work. Yet if one learns to enter into conscious connection with these cells, they will be able to direct them and remain awake as long as they wish. Modern people have lost the ability to be masters of their own brains, therefore they suffer and fall ill. When consciousness darkens, when something troubles you and peace is lost, go to bed. After a good sleep you will see that rest has refreshed you. The length of human life depends on proper sleep. If you cannot sleep well, your life will be shortened. Often people cannot fall asleep because they do not know how to lie down. Some sit on the bed, swing their legs, roll to one side and then the other, and toss for an hour before sleep comes. A person must know how to lie down in bed. One curls up with bent legs, another puts a hand under the right armpit, then under the left, or keeps turning. A third lies on the back and begins to dream. But the bed is not a place for daydreaming. When you go to bed, all accounts must be cleared. If you cannot sleep, perhaps the mattress is too soft, you have eaten too late, you have overeaten, or you have gone to bed angry. For proper sleep, think rightly. Eat early, and at regular hours, with rhythm. Do not leave your mind cluttered with needless or wandering thoughts. When you awaken, you must rise with a cheerful disposition. If it is not so, you must change it. This good disposition depends on diet, on what you eat and when you eat. Many eat late, with heavy, hard-to-digest food, and then they cannot sleep, tossing all night. The food produces bitterness in the stomach, presses on the breathing organs, hinders circulation, and in the morning one wakes with a heavy mood. One must eat 2 or 3 hours before bed so digestion is complete. Often we go to bed with a captive stomach, struggling all night with undigested food, turning and groaning until sleep comes late. Then people say, "I cannot sleep, there must be evil spirits in the house. No, it is the small things that are most important. Even a cucumber can calm the nerves, but only if eaten in the morning or at noon. Eaten in the evening, it burdens the stomach. Generally, one should eat before sunset. If not, better not to eat at all. Drink warm water or tea and go to bed with an empty stomach. Then you will sleep peacefully. Studying one's inner states, one comes to a law by which they can be regulated. It is observed. Late meals, overeating, or eating food not suited to you, lead to gloomy moods. To change such moods, one should eat breakfast after sunrise, and always leave the table a little hungry rather than fully satisfied. Before sleep, one must be free of all heavy impressions of the day. If not, illness will follow. I would even recommend washing and gently stroking your feet each night, thanking them for serving you all day. Many neglect their feet, yet expect health and happiness. Good shoes, clean feet, gratitude for the body, these are duties. Those who cannot fall asleep should rise, wash their bodies with warm water, and return to bed without drying off. The warmed blood will bring pleasant rest, and sleep will come quickly. Difficulty falling asleep is often due to excess energy in the brain. To release it, one must direct energy downward, through exercise, through focusing the mind on the tip of the nose for 5 minutes, or by washing the feet in warm water. Learn to fall asleep within 5 to 15 minutes, it is not mere training but an act of will. Those who toss and plan in bed lose an hour and surround themselves with an unhealthy aura. But if you master this art, you will wake refreshed and joyful. Sleeping is an art. The most correct sleep is on the right side, good also is the left side, but on the back is harmful, and on the stomach the worst. The bed should be in the middle of the room, not against the wall. Even better, sleep in a cradle, for its gentle motion brings peace. Sometimes, to correct faults, it is useful to sleep on pine boards without a pillow, drawing the strength of the pine into oneself. Proper sleep also means correct breathing, no snoring, no open mouth, only quiet rhythmic breathing. The sleep of a healthy person is like that of an angel, peaceful and silent. Even the position of the body in relation to the earth's forces matters. One should sleep with the head to the north or east. Facing north brings truth and goodness, facing east brings justice. The spine connects man to both solar and earthly energies. To align with cosmic currents, one must know how to place the body in harmony. Night sleep differs from daytime sleep. Day sleep attracts black light, negative waves from the sun, which weaken the body. Therefore, no disciple should sleep during the day. Sleep belongs to the night, while the day is for conscious work under the positive rays of the sun. Therefore, good thoughts and good feelings are like a shield against the black rays of the sun. If you are not armed with pure thoughts, pure desires, and pure deeds, this black light can always attack you. It is not good to sleep at noon, for the simple reason that if you do, you may suffer from their influence. If you sit awake, as horses do, it is not dangerous. But if you lie down in bed, as old people often do, you expose yourself to danger. Whoever sleeps at noon wakes up in a state of discomfort. To sleep after sunrise is like being placed beneath a waterfall, where the waves beat down upon you from above. The solar energy has the same effect on the human nervous system. One rests better in a dark room, since light stimulates the brain. Where there is light, one cannot sleep. If you are very healthy, you should not gaze at the moon. But if you are sick, or suffering from some illness or discomfort, the moon has a healing effect, though under no condition should you sleep. If you sleep while the moon shines and its light falls upon you, it is as dangerous as lying in the shadow of a walnut tree. If you are awake, the light of the moon may shine upon you without harm. In the mountains, you may lie down under the moon, but you must not fall asleep. Choose southern or eastern slopes whenever possible, as they are healthier and hold more gathered energy of the blue color. What are the reasons why some people love to sleep more, and others not at all? Look at all mammals. As long as they are hungry, they remain awake. A hungry dog walks around and observes everything. Once it is fed, it lies down, tucks in its head, and sleeps. All animals, once fed, sleep and rest. People who love to sleep excessively are interested mainly in eating. They are awake only while some physical need is pressing them. Because human consciousness is awakened, man can no longer rest like animals. Someone may say, I can rest. But once human consciousness is awakened, one cannot be as calm. When people begin to sleep too much, this shows a state of passive disharmony. Whoever eats too much and has too many desires also sleeps too much. Sleeping is like an illness. Anyone who sleeps excessively exposes themselves to disease. How many hours of sleep are necessary? Our physiologists say, 7 hours for adults, 8 hours for children, between the ages of 26 and 30. Less than 7 hours, from 45 to 60 years to 6 hours, from 60 to 80 years to 5 hours. At 120 years old, only 3 hours are needed. Modern scientists claim that a person must sleep 7 hours. This is true for children, but for a reasonable person it is not necessary to sleep 7 or even 5 hours. For someone who lives a regular, orderly life, 3 hours of deep sleep are enough to restore all forces. That is for those who understand the laws of nature. But for those who do not understand them, more hours are required. Whoever understands a task can accomplish it in 3 hours, while one who does not will need 12, building, tearing down, and measuring. Sleep will resolve many of the questions in your life. For you, 7 hours of sleep at most. If you sleep 5 hours without turning or waking, that is sufficient, but if you toss 10 times and wake 5 times, it is not enough. Sleep is not just rest, it's a sacred journey where the soul reconnects with the universe. When we learn to sleep correctly, we don't just restore the body, we awaken the spirit. Thank you for watching. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom and positive energy. May your nights be peaceful and your dreams full of light.